Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Final Fantasy II! Before taking on the Emperor himself, let's take a look at our setup here and maybe make some adjustments. Let's see. Well, Firion's all set and ready to go. Really, all you need is the Aegis shield and the dragon mail there. That gives you protection from all elements there. Make sure you've got a little agility and strength boost. You're good to go. Although I do want to use the ancient sword coming up here as well. Let's see, with Maria, make sure she's got the ribbon so that she has the elemental resistances. Basically the same thing as the Aegis shield and the dragon mail put together. Black Robe for some intellect boost, and all of this equipment has really good magic defense, so that'll help her out a lot too. Let's see, for Guy, well, let's restore all of his HP and MP first, because he's not going to have another way to restore it like we will with Maria, with Osmos there. But let's see, with Guy, yeah, you want the white robe for the spirit boost and the elemental resistances, but that's only for like body, mind, matter, and death elemental resistances, though we don't need like elemental resistances for like fire, ice, thunder, and poison, because that's not going to be around for this one. But yeah, make sure you've got the elixir there, just in case, although I don't think that'll ever become relevant, but you never know. And yeah, he's good to go there too. Now Leon is where I'm going to make the biggest changes. Since we don't need elemental shields for this fight, let's see what I can do with the defender there. So this time, equip the defender on his offhand, the right hand, for the evasion boost there. Oh, no, I don't need the axe there either. Let's see. Well, I don't need Hellfire for sure, so let's just get rid of that and clear that out for Leon. And then for the headgear there, I want to give him the Twist Headband for Mind Elemental resistance there. We don't need Fire resistance anymore. So let's give him the Thief's Gloves for the Agility boost there. And then I still want him on the Power Vest for Body Elemental resistance. Basically, Body and Mind are the two elemental resistances you really need. Everything else doesn't really matter anymore. But let's see. So, do I have another elixir? Yeah, why don't we give that one to Maria there? That ought to be... Yeah, we're all set and ready to go. Although it does kind of bother me that Firion doesn't have maximum MP, but oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. But now for the final boss fight, I'm going to show two versions of the fight. The first one with using Maria's Osmos spell, and the second one without. And I figured for the first one, I'd use the music from the remakes that they use for the final boss theme. So all you gotta do is walk up to the Emperor. You don't even have to press A, so don't like go up there and make a save state, because you'll be locked out of your menus. So yeah, the dialogue starts automatically there. For final boss time, against Emperor Mateus himself. At least I heard that's his name. Whoa, an ambush. Holy cow. Okay, so let's see. First things first, we want to try and get Curse on him if we can. Although he does have really good magic defense. Magic defense multiplier of 16. And I think his magic evasion is 70%. So we're going to need a lot of hits in order to take him down. Well, let's see. I'm going to use Protect on Guy in this case, because when we Osmos all of the Emperor's MP away, all he's going to have left are his physical attacks there. And he can drain HP with his physical attack in addition to his base attack power. So I want Protect to deal with his base attack power. And then, well, he can still drain HP based on a percentage of your maximum HP. But Guy should be able to dodge most of those hits there. But yeah, I'm going to go with one more Osmos just to make sure, because he does have a lot of HP. But otherwise, once you got Protect going, you can either heal up with Cure, or I'm just gonna go with Holy. That'll deal a lot more damage than his physical attack will. Yeah, even with 9 hits from the Ancient Sword there, I still can't get Curse to go through on him. Fortunately, though, the Emperor has decided not to do much of significance with his spells there. But alright, yeah, I'll just keep on trying to get Curse to go through. I'm pretty sure I've drained all of his MP by now. So now let's go fully on the offense with Flare and Holy there. And, well, Leon can try to pierce the Emperor's physical defense there, though he has a lot of that too. The Emperor has... Man, I still can't get Curse! But yeah, the Emperor has 15,000 HP, so until we get Curse on him, it's going to take a while for us to take him down there. But once we get Curse, then everything will move along relatively smoothly there. Fortunately, we got decent levels with, or extra hits from the levels of haste there. Hey, we got Curse, alright. Maybe I should have Guy heal himself up there. But yeah, as you can see, Osmos is really, really abusive against the Emperor because he can't really do a whole lot without that. And there's no... Yeah, there's nothing he can really do with just his physical attacks. There's nothing that... Well, yeah, I mean, he can't use any of his spells or anything like that. So that's why I'm going to show both versions of the fight, because, well, there's no way he can resist Osmos at all. I mean, well, his magic defense helps a little bit, but sooner or later, you drain all of his MP, and there's not much he can do about that. So, but that does make the final boss rather mundane otherwise. So just get Protect on Guy. Hopefully the Emperor will focus on attacking him. If I've lost like 800 HP or so, then I'd start healing up with Guy. I can heal about 1,000 to 1,200 HP at a time, but of course I don't want anyone to die. So yeah, just be careful there. But even with Curse on the Emperor, I'm still going to cast Holy with Guy. I just can't really deal a whole lot of damage to him with the Catclaws. And, alright, got him! But yeah, the Emperor is considered a magic beast and Earth-type monster, but yeah, we can't really do a whole lot with that. Ha ha! Well, I'm gonna defeat you twice today! Let's go back to where we were before with all that. Let's see, let's just double check the setup. Okay, yeah, everything went through okay. This time, I'm just gonna go with the original boss theme that they threw in here, which, unfortunately, they don't have a unique final boss theme in the NES version, but I suppose it's better than nothing. For final boss time against the Emperor, this time without using Osmos. But alright, yeah, same thing as before with trying to inflict Curse on the guy, but since he's strong against all elements, and he absorbs matter and death elemental spells, so without Osmos, the only thing I can really do is cast Flare for my damage there, but this time I want to get Shell on Maria, because the Emperor has a plethora of non-elemental spells he can use for damage there. Yeah, Slow, I think Slow is body elemental, if I recall correctly. So that's one reason why you would want resistance to that. Not to mention he can cast Blind, Curse for Mind, what is it? For your mind, a Mind elemental spell there. But he's also got Flare 16. All of those spells are level 16, by the way. He does have Dispel 16, but he doesn't seem to use that very often, in my experience. So we still gotta keep on trying to inflict Curse on the guy there. And let's get Protect going for his physical attacks. And now we'll see what we can do from here. Still can't get it going. So the other spell unique to the Emperor is Meteor, which it's level 10 and deals non-elemental damage to all party members. And either that or Flare 16 could potentially kill Maria without Shell going on there. So that's why I want to have that protection against her, since I'm not draining all of the Emperor's MP this time around. But I do need to heal up Firion there. Yeah, Leon's about the only one who could deal decent damage with his physical attacks, or, well, anyone with the Masamune, really. But even the Excalibur won't deal a whole lot of damage to the Emperor without getting Curse inflicted on him first. So, yeah, Firion would be dealing, like, very little damage until we get Curse going there. But let's see, yeah, Flare, yeah, really hurt us there. So, Guy can single target the cures for now. But if the Emperor decides to cast Meteor, then there we go. Yeah, nice little sound effect they got there for Meteor the first time around. The first use of the iconic spell in the series there. But fortunately, we've got pretty good magic defense going. But I will need Guy to heal up. I think I'm just going to multi-target the cure spell this time, if I can press the right button for that. There you go. I suppose if you were like bare-fisted and you had your fists weapon level up to level 16, that would probably still be able to pierce the Emperor's physical defense there without Curse, but it's still going to take a while. Now, if you really wanted to abuse the game, you could use Blood Swords, which drain HP and thus deal damage based on a percentage of the Emperor's maximum HP. Although, I did do a little test with that. Oddly enough, when the Blood Sword checks for the target's maximum HP, that can only go up to 9,999. So, I mean, as far as, like, the percentage is concerned, it'll determine that, like, let's say I deal 6 hits with the Blood Sword. And then, the Emperor has his maximum HP, or whatever. It'll deal 6/16 or damage equal to 6/16 of 10,000 or 9,999 HP, not his maximum of 15,000 for some reason. Yeah, it seems kind of strange how they limit it that way, but still the Blood Sword would be the way to go. It is just obscenely powerful because the Emperor has so much HP there. Ow, quit it. Okay, come on. Ugh. Still gotta work on that there. And this is not because I haven't drained all of his MP. It just takes a long time to get Curse going on him. Now, another way you could defeat the Emperor, if you want to go glitched, is you could cast Wall on the Emperor, and then cast some sort of instant death spell on him, like Toad, or Teleport, or Warp, or whatever you've got there, and that would instantly kill him. There's a bug with Wall where the way it's supposed to work, yeah, it's a bug. I know that's a real shock to viewers. The way it's supposed to work is Wall blocks, I think it works on black magic spells only, and enemy skills, so I guess Teleport wouldn't work. But if you, Wall is supposed to block all black magic on the target up to the level of the Wall spell. So what happens is you try to cast Toad on him, and then because the Wall spell is trying to block it, a weird interaction happens with it where the spell animation still goes through even though it's trying to block the spell. Oh, maybe I should have Guy cure himself. That'd be a good idea. So yeah, the spell animation still goes through anyway, and then glitches out or whatever and kills him. But, alright, we got him without curse. Hooray! So yeah, lots of crazy stuff there with fighting the Emperor there. But alright, I'm glad I at least got to show off the meteor spell there. Because sometimes he doesn't cast that one. Oh, well that's it? Yeah, you could teleport out of here, I suppose. But alright. Leon, where are you going? Hey! You spelled congratulations correctly. Well, that too. Wasn't that lucky the second time around trying to get curse inflicted on the Emperor there, but, well, we got it all the same. Hooray! Well, goodbye, Paul. How am I going to keep in touch with you? We don't have cell phones around here. Well, I do have an airship, so I guess that helps. If she ever gets out of line with her pirating again, we could just bombard her or something. But, oh, yeah, so he would. Well, if you want to find out more about what happened with Joseph and all the other guys who died throughout the game, well, you'll have to play one of the remakes with Soul of Rebirth. I may decide to LP that version of the game, or maybe the PSP version, or whatever, someday with the new content, but not this time around. Because the game just requires a completely different approach than this version of the game, because so much of the game has been changed there. Aren't we all together already? Dude? Oh, what do you mean? What about it? Well, goodbye! So are we not gonna execute him or something, or what? Ah, there's all the other guys, or, well, they don't have, Scott there. Or, was that Scott? Well, whatever, anyway. Well, their sacrifices weren't in vain. At least they saw how powerful Firion's agility stat would be in this time around. Hey, alright. But alright, let's watch the credits roll and take a look back on the adventure here. While I'd still say this is one of my least favorite games in the series, even with my current knowledge of the game, my morbid curiosity and understanding of the game has greatly improved my opinion of it over the years. For the graphics, I'd give them a 6 out of 10. Pretty average. I mean, I like how some of the new animations they created, like blowing up the dreadnoughts, or the transformation of Palamecia into Pandemonium Castle. And the spell animations were a lot more diverse than the first game, but otherwise not really too much of an improvement. I mean, the spell animations did take a long time to sit through, especially against a large group of enemies, or if they ambushed you or something. And for the music, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Of course, I have a lot of nostalgia for the catchy tunes of the first game, but I think this was a solid improvement, especially with, like, the boss theme we finally got that the first game didn't have one, or the Rebellion theme, the Empire theme, the City of Tower, Pandemonium, all those songs. So, I mean, the soundtrack does lack a little bit of emotion. Like, I mean, there's nothing, like, extraordinarily rocking or exciting or sad or anything like that, but, well, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. And for the plot, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. This was certainly above average for the 8-bit era, having a lot more dialogue and plot progression than most other games. I think what I appreciate about the plot the most was the systematic dismantling of the Palamecian Empire Because you're not just going to destroy the Death Star and just make everything sugar and rainbows after that. I mean, we had to upgrade the equipment of the army with the Mithril and destroy their dreadnought, try to recruit allies at Deist and take back our kingdom and improve our arsenal with Ultima and then take down the guys in charge. Of course, there was zero character development, and there could have been more build-up to so many party members dying for their deaths to have more weight to them, but this was still really good at the time. For the battle mechanics, I'd give them 2 ratings, because if you don't know how they work, I'd give them a 4 out of 10 because they're so opaque, and it's not as simple as leveling up like every other RPG, but if you do know how they work, I'd give them an 8 out of 10, so overall, an average of 6 out of 10 for the mechanics. I mean, knowing how agility gains work and how Firion's agility influences the preemptive strike and ambush rate massively makes the game more fun to play, not getting ambushed all the time. I wish games gave you a lot more control over that function other than like a simple on and off, like a Final Fantasy V with the Thief's Caution ability or Bravely Default with a built-in feature like that. Every point of agility mattered, so it felt like I was getting... So it always felt like I was getting stronger there, and, you know, with the intellect working properly, unlike the first game, you could see more black magic progression there, as well as spirit for white magic, of course. So if you know how this game works and you have a decent plan, I mean, you can get through most of the game without grinding, which is pretty unheard of in the 8-bit era there. Although the ultra-high encounter rate does make the game take a very long time, too. During one of my test runs, I think I clocked it at 26 to 27 hours, which was a long time for a game there. So overall, I'd give Final Fantasy II a 7 out of 10. Certainly ambitious and broken in a lot of ways, but definitely showing signs of promise for the future of the series there. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. It was even more fun than I thought it would be. I've almost got my next LP ready to go, and then I'll get started on that right away. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day, and see you next Let's Play.